career with challenging and innovative work, visit howmet.com/join us. Howmet Aerospace, where your career takes flight.
The LaPorte Area Job Spotlight is heard weekly on 96.7 The Eagle and the new Rock 106.5, with full job description and details on how to apply under Hot Topics at hometownnewsnow.com. If you'd like to feature your job opening on Job Spotlight, contact
TheEagle.com. This is a topic-based program, and we ask that you keep your comments brief, concise, and related to the topic being discussed. The views expressed on Sound Off are those of the host or callers and do not represent the opinion of 96.7 The Eagle, Spoon River Media, LLC, or the sponsors. The Liquor Vault on-air line is now open for your calls or texts at 219-362-0522. This is Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle.
Hello, welcome, friends. My name is Nate Laux, and you are listening to Sound Off only on 96.7 The Eagle. It's so good to have you with us today. It is a beautiful day. If you've not been outside and spent time yet outside, you are missing out on, I think, one of the best days of the summer so far. Obviously, the summer just started, but it's just beautiful. Low humidity, about 71. It doesn't get better than that, in my opinion. So good to have you with us on the show today. Today is a Sound Off Summit. We try to do this about once a month, where we give, a little more control over to you to decide what we're going to talk about. If you want to talk about something that we haven't talked about on the show, or something that, you want to bring attention to, and that doesn't mean just negative things. Maybe there's something happening that's good that you want to, make sure people know about. Maybe an organization doing well, maybe a person that you want to celebrate. That's great as well. So what's on your mind? Let's talk about it on this month's Sound Off Summit. Do you have thoughts about what's going on locally or statewide or federally? You're welcome to talk about it. Do you want to celebrate something happening in LaPorte County? Are you, like me, worried about whether the Chicago Bears will have a single win this year? Let us know. Again, the only thing we ask is you keep your comments civil. Don't get mean. Don't call people names. We can make points without doing that. And keep it to under 2 minutes. And I'd love to talk to you today. You can call us at 219-362-0522. You can also text me at 219-362-0522. You can email me at soundoff@967theeagle.com. Or if you're streaming with us, you can let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to read your comment as well. But I'd just love to hear from you today. We try to, like I said, we have a lot of guests on the show. I try to provide as much access as I can for you to have to your leaders, to people making decisions, to people doing great things in the community. But we also like to just take a break a little bit and have these kind of community conversations amongst ourselves and talk about it. So again, the number is 219-362-0522. You can call or text me. Email me at soundoff@967theeagle.com. Or let me know in the comments what's on your mind, and we will be happy to talk about it. I've been interested in following a lot of what's happening. Obviously, there's major stories, and these aren't the stories that are making the headlines right now. But I'm interested in these stories about education, especially in Indiana. And they've had these issues right now, and they're having these issues. Obviously attracting any teachers to schools. I know of various educators just in LaPorte County that are planning on leaving and getting out of education as a whole. But I was reading a story about Indiana needs special education teachers. It says, as Indiana schools scramble to find enough qualified special education teachers, district administrators are trying to chip away at the shortage by training their own educators. The Indiana Council of Administrators of Special Education is launching an 11-month training program that will prepare current educators for permits in mild or intense intervention. It's one thing we talk about needing educators. We often don't talk about the need for specialized educators. And so as we get caught up in lots of other issues, legitimately grab our attention. There's no shame in that. I hope we don't forget those on the outside as well, as we just had a conversation with Paladin about people with disabilities, adults and children. I hope we don't forget them as well. So let's get to our first caller. I'd love to hear from you. Hey, thanks so much for calling. Thanks for listening to the show. What's on your mind today? Today's Sound Off Summit.
Well, I'd like to inform the people that everybody seems to be concerned with what's going on at the national level with this election coming up. This election this fall is very, very important, not only from a federal standpoint and a state standpoint, but here locally. Here locally is where if everybody starts paying more attention, they can focus on the agenda that affects them on a daily basis, and they can possibly turn around and install some people in office that are more in tune with what the taxpayers want instead of what the parties want. And it doesn't matter whether it's a D, an R, an L, or an I. They need to be focused on what the people are looking for. And quite frankly, the money we make should belong to us instead of every year our taxes go higher and higher and higher, trying to find new ways to spend it. We've got another lit tax that's going to take effect, I believe, in December 1st. Mm-hmm. No one's knocking the police, the fire, or anything else. They try and put words in people's mouth. But again, the way they went about this, quite fully within the next 3 to 5 years, the state maximum allowance for a lit tax is 3.5%. I fully feel that within 3 to 5 years, we will be at that 3.5%. And again, we, the taxpayers, will have less money in our pockets to spend locally and do with what we want with it. So again, folks, pay attention to what goes here locally. You have more influence on local elections because they affect you on a daily basis compared to federal and state, which are still important, but the local ones should be the first in your mind. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good message, and when we try to repeat here, Steve, it's a good message. Local elections are so important. It's why we try to give you access to the candidates and things like that. As our caller just said, not at the expense of state and federal, but oftentimes people go into the voting booths each election, if they even go, and they don't even know who is on their ballot, and maybe if they're a Democrat, they'll just vote for Democrats. If they're a Republican, they'll just vote for Republicans. And I'm not sure that's wise. I don't think that helps us all at all. We've got libertarians running. We've got different people running. And I think getting to know your candidates, making sure you know what they stand for, whether it's a trustee to a school board member, which are unaffiliated party-wise, to, county commissioner. Make sure you get to know them. When we have shows, make sure you ask the questions because, again, they should be able to answer them. But also, just continue to research as much as you can of what they stand for. All right, good note there. Today's the Sound Off Summit. If you want to call and talk about something, the Liquor Vault on-air line is 219-362-0522. You're welcome to call or text me. I'd love to hear from you today. I had somebody text me, do you think the state should suspend the gasoline tax or reduce it to help Hoosiers? It's probably going to be on the agenda here in July. They're going to talk about that. It was interesting. When I went down to Alabama for spring break, Indiana, by far, by like 20 cents, had the highest gasoline cost out of any of the states we went through. Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama. And so it is significantly higher in Indiana from my anecdotal experience. And from what I've understood, it's probably because we have a fairly high state gasoline tax. And so our legislators and our governor could certainly suspend that or reduce that. Instead of me answering it, I'd love to hear from you. Do you think they should do that? Is that something you think they should do? Now, the pushback for that is they say, anyway, that a lot of that money that they take for gasoline tax goes towards repairing your roads. And so you're going to essentially be punished because you'll have worse roads because the gasoline tax won't collect as much money. So I don't know. Maybe that's something you want to talk about. We're going to take our first break. If you've got a comment, if you've got something you want to share, again, it's the Sound Off Summit. You can call or text me, 219-362-0522. I'd love to hear from you today. Or email soundoff@967theeagle.com. All right, we'll be right back here in a few minutes. Keep listening only on 96.7 The Eagle.
Ben Conowitz here, owner of LaPorte Seamless Gutter. My parents started LaPorte Seamless Gutter in 1982 with one goal in mind, really. Our customers' 100% satisfaction. And we are still providing the same customer service that Tim and Seal Conowitz started all those years ago. Give us a call today for a free estimate at 219-362-9972, or you can visit us on the web, www.lpseamless.com. 219-362-9972.
350 vehicles in stock now at Auto Park Ford. AutoParkFord.com. 350 new and pre-owned vehicles, all at low auto park pricing. Brand new F-150s, 250s, Explorers, Edge, Expeditions, Mustangs, Eco Sports, and so much more. In stock now. And get $2,000 off all new car orders. $2,000 off. Plus acres of pre-owned vehicles. All makes, all models, all at low auto park pricing. Auto Park Ford. AutoParkFord.com. It's not just a dealership, it's an auto park. Come find the exact vehicle you've been looking for today. Brand new Fords in stock now. More arriving daily. And $2,000 off all new car orders. Plus acres of pre-owned vehicles. It's not just a dealership, it's an auto park. Auto Park Ford. In Sturgis, Bremen, and LaPorte. AutoParkFord.com. AutoParkFord.com. Discounts on select models. See dealer for details to qualified buyers.
Good news. Surf Fiber Internet is growing in LaPorte. Get 1 gig speed with a free whole home Wi-Fi router for only $65 a month. There's no hidden fees, no contracts, and free installation. They are building out more neighborhoods every day. So visit surffiber.com to check your address for service or call 844-955-SURF for more details. That's 844-955-SURF. This is a limited time offer. Speeds may vary and some restrictions apply.
Red Wine and Brew 2022. Aaron Tippin.
Where the stars and stripes and the eagle flies.
Sammy Kershaw.
'Cause my little baby loves me Cadillac style.
Colin Ray.
That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
And Frank Ray. They're coming together at the Summit in LaPorte on July 1st for Red Wine and Brew. One big concert benefiting local heroes of LaPorte County. Red Wine and Brew 2022, a family-friendly event with kids' activities, wine, brew, and music from some of the biggest names in country music. Aaron Tippin, Sammy Kershaw, Colin Ray, and Frank Ray. Tickets only $10 for first responders, active military, and healthcare workers. Tickets are on sale now at redwineandbrewlaporte.com. That's redwineandbrewlaporte.com. Friday, July 1st at the Summit. Brought to you by the Dunes Hospice and Bethany Church.
It's no wonder LiftMaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. LiftMaster's MyQ technology alerts you if you forgot to close your garage door and lets you close it from anywhere, anytime with built-in Wi-Fi. It also has battery backup, so you can get in your garage even when the power's out.
Don't panic. MC Doors same-day service is here for you. Go to mcdoors.com. That's right, mcdoors.com.
Celebrate this year's 4th of July by visiting Big Wicks Fireworks. They are located just 1 mile south of 94 on State Road 39 North. Big Wicks Fireworks has a large selection of fireworks for the amateurs and the pros. They have you covered from novelties to kits and from firecrackers to finales. Stop on by for in-store only specials and discounts. Drive by the rest and stop at the best. That's Big Wicks Fireworks just 1 mile south of 94 on State Road 39 North. Now open daily 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
We're waiting to hear from you. Dial or text 362-0522 and let us know what you think. That's 362-0522. Back to Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Sound Off. Good to have you with us on the show. What is on your mind? I'd love to talk to you today here on today's Sound Off Summit. Again, do you have thoughts about what's going on locally, statewide, or in federal politics? Do you want to celebrate something happening in LaPorte County? Are you worried about whether the Chicago Bears will have a single win this year like I am? Let us know. We'd love to talk to you. You could call or text 219-362-0522. The phone lines are open. Or you can email me at soundoff@967theeagle.com. If you're streaming with us, let us know in the comments. All we ask is that you keep your comments civil in under 2 minutes if you call. We just would love to talk to you about it. I want to give quick shout outs as I was looking at our online stream. I know we got listeners right now. We've got listeners right now all over the Northwest Indiana region, but also Alexandria, Virginia, in that area, Alexandria, Tampa, Florida, Wichita, Kansas, Cleveland, Ohio, Lansing, Michigan, wherever you're listening from. Whether it's in LaPorte County or not, we're just glad to have you. And if you've got an opinion, 219-362-0522. I do love this text I received here. Nate, why don't we have a Waffle House in LaPorte County? This is important. I'm pretty sure that came from Sean Fagan, who I've seen online ask about the Waffle House, which again, I'm going to admit something to you guys, just between you and me, the listeners who I trust with my whole life. I've never been to a Waffle House ever been to a Waffle House. So I can't tell you if it's good or not. I've had good waffles. Yeah, no, I've had good waffles in LaPorte County. Never been to a Waffle House. So I don't know if we need one or not. Maybe you got an opinion on this. All right, let's get to a caller. Hello, welcome to Sound Off Summit. Have you ever been to a Waffle House?
I love Waffle House.
All right, I've never been, so maybe I need to get there sometime.
So anyway, okay, so we got a lot of things going on nationally, internationally, that are extremely important. And I think you should, WLOI should reserve more time to talk about those issues, everything from, a potential World War III to all the calamities that are going on with upcoming shortages. Your own government's warning people that there's going to be shortages, so we are having the oil shortage issue now also. I just see, I like it that you guys do local issues and talk to local leaders and such, but I think we're really missing the boat on talking to people about the other, like I said, national and international issues. At this point in time in history, it's extremely important that people understand what's going on there, what could possibly happen in the future. I just see these things looming like a giant storm coming on the horizon, and I think we're sort of talking about, tiddlywinks and things while this big storm's coming. So, okay, I'll let it go at that.
Thanks so much for calling, buddy. Thanks for listening. I think, I don't know about you guys, it can be overwhelming following headlines, following news. You've got locally, from football coaches to 39 North Conservancy issues to people again wanting roads paved, these kind of things, all the way to state issues to federal Supreme Court issues to there was a big bombing that Russia bombed a shopping center in Ukraine today, and so I also think there's a lot of a lot of people try to follow it as best as they can, but it gets a lot. I'm kind of a news junkie. I follow it more than probably most, but I recognize that it could be hard for a lot of people. So a good note, though, pay attention, right? Pay attention to what's happening around you. I'd love to talk to you today. What's up on your mind? It's the Sound Off Summit. If you've got an opinion here you'd like to talk about, you can call or text 219-362-0522 or email me at soundoff@967theeagle.com. Let us know in the comments. I did confess to you just a little while ago that I've never been to a Waffle House. I hope you keep listening. I will say I do like Cracker Barrel. I know those are controversial. I do like a good Cracker Barrel, and we try to stop at one every time we go on vacation if we're driving as a kind of a historical thing. We always stop by a Cracker Barrel, and my boys have started to like it as well because they like biscuits. So, again, if you have an opinion, 219-362-0522, call or text me. Just keep it civil in under 2 minutes, and we'd love to talk to you. Another thing we received here, Nate, what is up? Have you heard when they're going to start a new barbecue restaurant and what the other fast casual restaurant is going to be? So it's a great question. I would prefer the name of LaPorte. It used to be in the Maple City, then it was the hub of awesome. We can sometimes be known as the home place of Bella Gunnis. I prefer us to switch now to the place with the longest construction time for a 7-Eleven. I've never seen a 7-Eleven take that amount of time. But I don't know, honestly, when that barbecue restaurant is going to get built. I don't know when the developer is there. Maybe one of our economic development people is listening and they could tell us and text me in. I don't know if it's even on gonna happen still. Though, yeah, maybe Dennis has heard from on the morning show on the Morning Mayhem, which I of course listen to every day. But
you're a pastor, okay? Yeah, I can answer that for him, or for this person. Excuse me. Tomorrow, first of all, I'm going to plug this. Tomorrow and every Tuesday, Mayor Tom Dermody is on the show.
Don't you plug your show on my show.
I just did. Anyway, and we've asked the mayor, what has happened is that the developer ended up, and I forget what it was. Anyway, whoever's ahead of the project, they switched companies. So now the new company that's going to develop all of this area for the barbecue and the other restaurants and whatever else, they've got to go through new permits. Mayor Dermody says that they are riding this company hard and telling them, let's get going, because that parcel of land next to the park department that they wanted, they're about to yank it if they don't get something going.
So what about the 7-Eleven? Why did that take so long?
7-Eleven, according to Bert, when we had him up here, it was not just supply issues that they had, but they had new owners too, and they too had to go through new process and everything through the corporation and the city of LaPorte.
Yeah, it's been a long process, and I know a lot of people are waiting. And again, listen. I don't think there's anybody else that would rather have this done as well than the mayor and economic development people. So I think
and the mayor did say it on the show. And again, we'll ask him again tomorrow if you'd like. You can always text me your questions too on every Tuesday morning. I'll ask the mayor.
But what time is he on again?
He's on from 6:30 to 7.
Okay, great.
So feel free. But as far as the other restaurant, no word yet of what it's going to be.
I've heard, but I can't.
Too.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
we can't
right.
share it. But if you guys want to text us and
play a guessing game.
Yeah, maybe we'll play a guessing game, and I will again. I will not confirm it, but you will probably know what it is based on whether or not, again, I confirm or deny. All right, let's get to another caller. Hey, thanks so much for listening to the show. Thanks again to Dennis for answering that question. What's on your mind today?
Oh, hi, Nate and Dennis. This is Tommy Kolovic calling. Sarah, you're going to have that Red Wine and Brew Roots and Boots concert with Sammy Kershaw and Aaron Tippin and Colin Ray on Friday night. That's going to be an awesome show. I went and seen them last month over in Shipshawana. They got that new Blue Gate Performing Arts Center. We might want to think about doing some fun tours and going over for some shows. But that's going to be a real good concert. Everybody's going to enjoy that. They do a straight 90-minute set, and it's really good because what they're going to do when they start the show, that they're going to come out and they're going to perform three each of their songs as a trio, and then Sammy Kershaw and then Aaron Tippin and Colin Ray, they'll go out and perform an individual set on their own, and then they'll close out the show by coming out together as a trio again and covering three of the country classic hits. So I want to encourage everybody to go out and see that. And as I'm going next Saturday, I'm going to go see Dwight Yoakam with Old Pro Medicine show at Ravinia. So I've got a really fun weekend planned. Thanks a lot, guys.
Hey, thanks so much for calling, buddy. Hey, I do want to let you know, too, again, if you want to go to Red Wine and Brew, you can find a Red Wine and Brew, sorry. You can go to redwineandbrewlaporte.com and get all that information there. If you'd like to get tickets, I'm sure you can get it. If you got questions, you can contact them through there. That's redwineandbrewlaporte.com. All right, we're going to take our final break of the day and get back here in a few minutes. If you've got a if you've got a comment here on today's Sound Off Summit, I'd love to hear from you. You can call or text 219-362-0522. Let us know in the comments if you're streaming with us. Again, 2 minutes, just keep it civil, and we'd love to talk to you here today. We'll be right back here in a few minutes, only on 96.7 The Eagle.
For over 50 years, LaPorte has trusted Cannon's Automotive Service for prompt, efficient, same-day service. And that same Cannon's commitment extends to area businesses who rely on a fleet of one or many to take your goods or service to the customer. Whether it's the truck or trailer that needs maintained or fixed, trust Cannon's Automotive to maximize your productivity with same-day service. Now with 2 Cannon's locations, 710 Tyler Street and 909 Boyd Boulevard.
With Cannon's Automotive, we fix everything.
Hey, Wings Etc. fans, guess what? It's Wings Schooner Madness time. Come get slam dunk dine-in only discounts on big, ice-cold domestic schooners, award-winning jumbo wings, and crispy boneless wings.
You heard him right, Wings Etc. fans. From now through June 29th, Wings Etc.'s boneless wings are just 69 cents, and traditional bone-in wings are just 79 cents, and our domestic schooners are just $5.25.
The beer is cold, the deals are hot, the TVs are tuned. Every play that'd make a season ticket
ticket holder jealous.
Now through June 29th, boneless wings are just 69 cents. Bone-in wings are just 79 cents. And domestic scooters are just $5.25.
Now's not the time to drop the ball on this limited time pricing, because Wing Scooter Madness is only for limited time and only at Wings Etc.
69 cent boneless, 79 cent bone-in, $5.25 domestic scooters. Now through June 29th. Wings Etc. in South Bend, Mishawaka, Elkhart, Goshen, Dunlap, LaPorte, Osceola, Peru, Rochester, and Warsaw, Indiana, and in Niles, Michigan.
Hi, my name is John Hassey, and I am owner of Hassey Construction and president of Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Every year, some unethical construction companies illegally pay workers cash under the table. That puts businesses Nuika represents that provide a good living wage, pay payroll taxes, and employee benefits at a major competitive disadvantage. These companies rob our state of over $405 million every single year. Imagine what could be done for Hoosiers with that money. Please visit indianacip.com/tax fraud to learn how you can take a stand.
Bring the family out for this year's 176th LaPorte County Fair. The fair will open the gates for an exciting full week of great music, fantastic food, and lots of family fun on Saturday, July the 9th. Want to skip the long lines? Stop into the fair office and purchase your gate admission or season pass before the fair starts. This year you can get some of the family favorite shows like the Curious Kids Trail, the Rodeo, the Demolition Derby, the Figure 8 Demolition Derby, and much more. Plus, you asked for it and they listened. New this year, free entertainment in the grandstand. Thursday, July the 14th, it's the Beach Bum Band with special guests, the Rock Doctors. The show starts at 7:30 and it's free with a paid admission to the fair. Then on Saturday, July the 16th, No Fences, a Garth Brooks tribute band with special guest Cripple Creek. This show starts at 7 p.m. and it's also free to attend with a paid admission to the fair. You and your family will find plenty of fun and exciting things to do at this year's 176th LaPorte County Fair. Visit lpfair.com for more information.
Garwoods is your U-Pick headquarters through October for the freshest fruits and vegetables and for a great family experience too. Check GarwoodOrchard.com or the Garwood Facebook page to see what's ready to pick today.
Let's look at the forecast at 96.7 The Eagle, brought to you by the Pink Sheep Children's Boutique.
The charming and affordable Pink Sheep Children's Boutique has so many fun themes and styles for boys, girls, and moms. Come see for yourself. The Pink Sheep Children's Boutique, 604 Lincoln Way in downtown LaPorte.
Michiana weather. Bright sunshine expected this afternoon with a high of 74. Winds out of the north, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, lows around 51. High of 82 tomorrow. From the Weather Center at HometownNewsNow.com. Right now, 71.
Thank you for tuning in to Sound Off. You can now text or email your questions directly to the studio. Call or text 362-0522 or email your questions to soundoff@967theeagle.com. This is Sound Off.
Hey, welcome back to our final segment of Sound Off. It has devolved in the studios to talking about our favorite breakfast place, and now I'm really, really hungry. And I do want to say that, our friend and partner from the rock station, Rick, came over and loves Waffle House. He says Waffle House is the ideal place to eat, especially late when you want breakfast at 3 a.m. I don't know why he's up at 3 a.m. I don't know what Rick's doing at 3 a.m., but he says if you're up at 3 a.m., Waffle House is the place to go. All right, we're having a Sound Off Summit. Again, keep it civil. Keep it under 2 minutes. But whatever you want to talk about, let's talk about it. Here's a comment from our online stream. Just a comment about how enjoyable Arts in the Parks is. Good job, LaPorte. And I agree. Kudos to everyone that continues to keep that going, continues to make that better, not only the facilities, but the whole experience. Great job. Such a good job for that. Here, if you've got an opinion here, again, the number is 219-362-0522. We've got about 10 minutes left on the show. You're welcome to call in. Let's get to our next caller. Hey, thanks so much for calling the show. Thanks for listening. What's on your mind?
Well, there's a house in Rowan Prairie that's flying the American flag upside down. Not one, but two. And I'd like to know what we can do about this, because I guess if they don't like our country, maybe they shouldn't live in it, fly our flag upside down.
All right. I think the issue there is, I think you're free to not enjoy that. And I think the hard thing is for people that don't enjoy those things is the other people are free to do that as a sign of protest. And so, I don't think there's anything legally that they're doing wrong that you would be able to get them to stop. I know many people have complained to the city and to police about, various flags about the president that have curse words, the FJB type of stuff, and it's within free expression, and so that's one of the beauties of our country. But certainly, if you don't like what's being expressed, maybe one of the challenging parts. All right, here's another one. Critchfield School was vandalized, including someone painting a swastika on an outside wall. Yeah, I saw a little bit about that. I have not read a story about it yet or what's going on, but that's terrible. I don't know if anybody knows anything more about it, but it looks like kids probably did it, but they spray painted the walls of Critchfield School, and they vandalized it. That's pretty awful, in my opinion. So here's one 39 North Conservancy for the city talking about potentially annexing, and I always get in trouble talking about this because it's a very nuanced conversation. But the question is what area is the 39 North Conservancy, potentially? And essentially, you can go back and listen to our conversation with Tim Werner, the LaPorte Water Superintendent. It goes all the way up 39 North, essentially to the toll road, a little bit north of that, and kind of has a couple roads that go off there, but essentially it's just 39 North with a couple roads that come off of there, and it's just that area there. It doesn't go all the way to County Road 100 West or anything like that, or Highway 35. It's just the 39 North area. So to kind of answer that question of what area specifically they've been talking about, it's that one. If you've got a question or if you got a comment, again, 219-362-0522. I'd love to hear from you. Let's get to another caller. Hey, welcome to our Sound Off Summit. The phone line is yours. What's on your mind today?
Well, how you doing, Pastor?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed. How are you?
Yeah, I can say the same. You opened the program with comments about education, and I think that a big part of it is keeping the politicalization out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's driving a lot of young people away from the field of teaching, and I think that's a shame. I don't know for sure, but, people are ostracized by politicians that are just trying to teach the kids,
mm-hmm.
and that shouldn't happen. That's the first thing on my mind. The second is, hoping Aaron Rodgers has just an outstanding year this year.
You're breaking my heart.
I'm sure Dennis shares my opinion on that as well.
He's about ready to hang up on you right now, actually. So
yeah, I can tell. I know he is. I'm surprised he ain't hit the gong yet.
Well, here's the thing: is I bet your Packers are going to beat our Bears this year, and I'm not even pretending to think otherwise. So, good luck to you.
Until a game's played, though, I don't make any predictions. I watch it as it goes.
Yep, absolutely.
But anyhow, thank you for your time, and wishing you all there the best.
All right, thanks, buddy. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
It is interesting. I'm getting more texts and comments about needing to try Waffle House than anything else. So we've got some passionate Waffle House people here in our listener area. Here's one. Fuel trucks, propane and gasoline stopping at railroad crossings used to be a good law. Now it's terrible. Can you imagine stopping a gasoline tanker at a railroad crossing on US 30? Honestly, I don't know enough about laws for what tankers and things have to do. So I'm going to admit my ignorance on that. But thank you so much for texting in. If you've got a question, if you've got a comment today, we got about 5 minutes left. You're welcome to call the Liquor Vault on air line 219-362-0522. You can also text me, 219-362-0522. We'd love to hear from you today. Maybe you want to celebrate what's going on in the community. You want to talk about something that's on your mind. You're concerned about something. Again, just let us know. Here's one. Nate... I've seen a county cop pull up in front of a business in LaPorte. The cop gets out of the car with his wife or girlfriend, and both of them in street clothes. Now, that isn't right, that they're beating the high gas prices by driving a public vehicle supplied with gas paid for by the public for personal use. Yes, I've tried to contact John Boyd, but he never called back. I don't know where our current rules are for squad cars. I do know that police bring their squad cars home. I don't know if there's an understanding that they get to drive them as much or whatever personally. But the person you might want to contact again, if you can't get a hold of John Boyd, you might want to try him again. But also talk to the county council or commissioners as well, as they have an opinion on that, and they have a stake in that. And you might be able to get some feedback from them. And if you're really concerned about this issue, if this is an issue that is important to you, maybe talk to the candidates running for sheriff as well. I do know that many times, I know detectives, I know people that are in what seems like street clothes, but they need to have their car with them for, they're on call, these kind of things. And so it's not always as simple as it looks, but it's a good question and one worthwhile to ask the sheriff or the council or commission. All right, let's get to another caller. Thanks so much for calling. Thanks for listening to the show. What's on your mind?
Hi, yes, I would like to say about these streetlights, the new ones are amazing out here. They actually show everything out here.
Where's that again? Sorry, I missed that.
On Scott Street and Clement Street area.
Okay.
I don't know who put these up, but they're great and amazing.
Oh, really? That's good to know. I assume that's probably something the city did, or maybe the city engineer or something, but that's good to know. I know there's going to be new lights there were new lights going into the Civic Auditorium, and they're trying to save as much money as they can, installing, good lights and the right lights and getting things brighter. So that's good to know. Thank you so much for calling into that. Here's a comment here. Flying a flag upside down is a sign of a country in distress. Absolutely, that's what any country or any vessel or anything in distress would maybe fly a flag upside down. So that form of protest in Rolling Prairie that somebody said is whoever is there is communicating that they believe America is in distress, and so.
I can honestly say I put my Cubs flag up upside down last year after they traded everybody because the ball team was in distress and still are, Nate. So
hey, did you change the flag back yet? No.
Yes, I have.
But they're still in distress. What are you doing?
Yeah, I know. I should just turn the W upside down, make it an M now.
Or I had heard you put a Sox flag up.
No, that would never happen. That's like me putting a St. Louis Cardinals flag. No. Or, Bill, a Green Bay Packer flag somewhere. No.
Hey, I want you to go on record right now while I got you, Dane. How many wins are the Bears going to have this year?
4.
You think that many?
I think they'll get 4.
Do you think they'll be better the year after, though? That's what.
Yes. I think they're a year or two away.
Yeah, I agree.
From being much better, above 500.
Yeah. They're a year or two away from not being an embarrassment for all of us fans.
Right, that's right.
All right, well, I want to thank you so much for listening to today's show. On Friday, we've got Dr. Micah Pollack, who's an economist at IU North. We're going to talk about the economy. Maybe you have some questions about it. Talk a little bit about what's happening locally in Northwest Indiana, nationally, these kind of things. What do we need to know? Maybe what are some stories we need to understand a little bit better? If you have a question about what's happening in inflation, these kind of things, he's going to be here to answer those questions, and we'll talk to him a little bit more so we can be a little more informed about what's happening in our own economy. Again, thank you so much for listening. If you ever miss an episode, go to hometownnewsnow.com. You can find all of our back episodes there. Also for the Morning Mayhem, for instance, if you can't catch Mayor Dermody on the show tomorrow, I know those are podcasted as well. We'd love to have you listen to those and get all your headlines and all your news on hometownnewsnow.com as well. Stan Maddox does all the great reporting, and Liam Hobbs as well. And so again, thank you so much for listening. We'll be back on Friday. Be good to yourself, be good to others, and have a great week. Keep listening to 96.7 The Eagle.